Everybody wants to know, Marquis, are you ready for Snowmageddon 2026?
No, not at all. Uh, I didn't hear about it until yesterday. That's the thing. And so, luckily, we already had firewood. Luckily, we already had, enough food and stuff in the freezer. I got a couple propane tanks. So, down here in the South, you never know when it's Snowmageddon.
This is true. And as everybody knows, there are certain things that you need. Be best illustrated by the days of the week. Let's just move right to Tuesday.
Okay.
And I think you already know. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Buy them out. Buy
Yep.
them out.
Gonna
Also,
happen.
I mean, we could just go down the line. Wednesday.
Mm.
Oh, wait, I spelled that wrong. My bad. Hold on. Better.
Oh, yep. That's way better.
Yep.
Way better.
Spell check. Grammarly, 50% off for a limited time only. Promo code Wenz in the search bar. Not really, but hey, we are open for paid spots here. I just want to let you know that we have dozens, and I mean dozens of people who listen to this show. And listen, all it takes is one. So it might be worth the spend. We can have a convo, and me and Marquis will split it, like 90-10, something like
90
that.
10. That'll work for me. That'll work.
Really fair here in Wen's
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Speaking of fair, I think it's only fair that we talk about all the changes everywhere.
Changes.
First of all, I think everybody wants to know how you feel about the latest Atlanta Falcons head coach.
Kevin Stefanski. I'm not upset with the hire, honestly. I mean, if you look at the Browns, yes, he doesn't have a winning record, but he was NFL Coach of the Year twice. Why? Because he led the Cleveland Browns, which we've all known since our entire existence of the Cleveland Brown franchise, is a garbage, terrible franchise. Okay, and he led them to what was it? Playoffs twice. Okay, hadn't happened. So I think he's a good coach. I think that we got to also remember that there is a Cleveland connection with Atlanta. Remember, we traded some draft picks for Julio Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Kyle Shanahan was with Cleveland and came to us. Okay, you got to remember we got Taylor Gabriel from Cleveland. We got Alex Mack from Cleveland. And that all encompassed to be our 2016-2017 Super Bowl run. So you never know.
This is true.
You never know. This may be the year.
Fresh beginnings.
But I want to know who the GM is going to be.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
I don't even know who's out there for GM. I mean, honestly, what I would want for Atlanta's GM is someone who utilizes something like a college pipeline. You know, how in college systems they have like, oh, well, we're in the Atlanta region. You know, with high schools, they'll be like, Georgia will recruit out of Atlanta, Savannah, Valdosta, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want Atlanta. I want the Falcons to have like a college pipeline with Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, Savannah State, any of these colleges. I want the GM to look at our homegrown, college students first before we go get somebody from California who's not used to the weather down here in Atlanta, because Atlanta's a completely different city. If people don't know, Atlanta's completely different.
Well, I'm willing to make a deal, Marquis.
What's that?
The Falcons can have every university, college, community college, except for UGA. That is the Philadelphia Eagles farm team.
And that's the thing, too. You would think that the GM would understand, like, the Eagles just won a Super Bowl off of the line that is here in Georgia. So one thing I do like the hire of Bill Callahan, okay? I believe that Atlanta already had a good O-line. I mean, it's evident by the football geeks numbers.
Yeah.
That they say that we had a good O-line last year, and the year before that. With Bill Callahan, I think that he's going to be a really good O-line coach for us to have. Legendary, Super Bowl winning O-line coach. People revere him. So, hey, you never know, dude. Atlanta might be that sneaky breakout team because they're going to give us an easy schedule again. It just happens when you have a terrible schedule. When you lose a lot of games the year before, you get a terrible, easy schedule the next year. So I think Atlanta may be in good hands. I mean, Matt Ryan, again, I like the fact that he's the president of operations or whatever it's called over there, because think about it. When he was an analyst, he was analyzing the Falcons, the team that he loves, the team that he reveres. He really wants to be a part of the Falcon organization. So he's watching it during the seasons. And it's like, this is what they need to do. So
Yeah.
yes, we as fans wanted a brand new hire, somebody who was the babe, the boy, new, fresh face. But what ended up happening was we got someone who system may be in lines better with what Matt Ryan has seen that we can do with Bijan Robinson and Drake London, and even with the Penix Cousins debacle at quarterback.
So much money in QB1 and QB2 locked in Atlanta. Boy, oh boy. I got to say, I'm also hopeful for you guys. I mean, I would love to see Atlanta start to be relevant at the end of the year. I'd love to see the NFC South be more than just about Tampa and Carolina. Another team that made a huge splash, in my opinion, and everybody's overlooking this. This is I would say, one of the coolest off seasons for Tennessee in forever. As we know, they got Salah from the Niners, but they also, if it's not done yet, they're at the table with Brian Dable, the previous head coach of the New York Football Giants, as their OC. Now, Salah's going to be calling defensive coordinator plays, so he's going to be calling defensive plays. So you got him as a leader of men that we know Brian Dable couldn't do in New York. But that dude, like, Salah looks like a player's coach that doesn't have to kiss their tails to get their respect. Yep. Not like Nick Sirianni, who has to just kiss everybody's tail to get an ounce of respect. And he doesn't even get respect. Like,
who's the coach down of the Jacksonville Jaguars? What was his name?
Oh, Liam Cohen.
Yeah, that's oh my God. You can tell he doesn't know how to lead a person to water. He couldn't lead a horse to water.
I don't know, man. They played okay. I mean, they got to the playoffs. They got there. So
sometimes it can be on the backs of players.
Gannon failed. He was fired in Arizona. Still waiting to see what happens there. And John Harbaugh, your man, you wanted him. Everybody wanted. I wanted him as the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia, but you can't get what you want.
Listen, he said that Atlanta was one of his destinations. I mean, honestly, let's look at Atlanta's roster. I mean, it's a really good roster. Like, honest to God, if they had better coaching last year, if Raheem was just a little bit stronger as a leader on that team as the head coach, I believe we would have been in the playoffs. I mean, think about it. We were 2-3 field goals away from winning 3 games, which would have made us the winners of the NFC South without any shadow of a doubt. But again, John Harbaugh is a leader of men who knows his numbers, and that's who I really wanted. But he chose the Giants. Who's the quarterback up there? Is that still
Jackson Dart?
Okay, that's a serviceable quarterback.
The kid, he's listen, that guy, he took it to Philly this year once. He didn't get us both times. He got us the first time. But this is interesting. I mean, I think at this age, he's in his early 60s. I think this is going to be his last team. He was with Baltimore going what? How many games did he coach there? Almost 300 games, 180 and 113.
He was there forever.
Forever. 18 seasons, dude. Holy goodness.
I mean, that's like, what's the one up in Pittsburgh?
Oh, Tomlin. That's another guy who you wanted.
See, I wanted Tomlin only because I know Tomlin can whip up a defense that'll, stop anything, honestly. I mean, think about it. Atlanta, the culture. Tomlin would have fit right in. And not because he's black, just because Tomlin has that swagger of the South. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has that Southern swagger that he brought up to Pittsburgh, and you guys just didn't like it. I understand.
Us guy. Who's you? I'm an Eagles guy.
Well, Pittsburgh, Philly, isn't it in the same state?
Yeah, you're right.
It's the same thing.
On complete opposite ends, but yes, you're right.
Divided by a river or something. Who knows?
The Poconos.
Who knows about the North? The Southerners down here afraid of snow. Who knows about the North? All right. But yeah, I believe he would have been a good hire down here. But as you can see, I've seen some Facebook posts where he is at his daughter's, college games and stuff like that. He really wanted some time off.
UGA, baby. UGA.
Oh, you know what? If Stefanski fails, we might get him in a season or two.
That's right. He's just waiting. He just wants a year off. Why not? Take a year off. He's got money. He's got
Man, you know
time.
what? I come back as the defensive coordinator and just blow everybody's mind. Just
Yeah.
like,
Why not? And it's not all the pressure of a head coach. Although I will say at this age, most of these guys have more money than time.
yeah, oh yeah.
So
Oh
at what
yeah.
point are you like, dude, I want to be able to enjoy my money. Of course, I'll pass some on to the grandkids that I actually like. The others can fend for themselves.
Pretty much.
But that's an honest question that I would love to actually pose to one of these guys one day if I ever get an opportunity to meet him, which I probably won't. But you never know. You never know.
Just run them down. I mean, they're pretty much always on Peachtree Street somewhere in Atlanta, Midtown. Just go to the Publix, you'll find somebody.
These divisional games last week did not disappoint.
Unless
you were a 49ers fan, then that one really, really disappointed. Because boy, oh boy, we'll get to that one in a minute. But lost by 35. But the first game was so good. But again, the NFL can't answer one question, Marquis.
What's that?
And that is, what is a catch?
Yeah.
What is a catch?
Yeah.
Down by contact, the snapshot, knees down, he has clear possession of the ball. Buddy has his arm in there, but there's no contact with the ball. It's on his chest. It's working its way down. But, dude, what a screw job. That's my take. Is that a hot take to you, or is that fair?
It's not. But, again, you got some of those older folks who will say, well, they should have played harder. They should have never let it be in the hands of the refs. That's what they always say. Never let it be in the hands of the ref. And that came down.
It was in the hands of the receiver before it was in the hands of the ref.
Again, maybe they should do more receiver drills. I mean, that was a really, really, really good game. What was it, 33-30?
Nail biter. Overtime.
But now Bo Nix got injured that game.
And it's so weird. He finished the game. And I was like, oh, he's got a stinger or whatever. And then all of a sudden we're hearing about his backup getting reps. I mean,
no, I really don't want Denver to go any further. And it's just because of their head coach. Again, I'm a Falcons fan. And that man, if he ever steps foot into Atlanta, I'm pretty sure something would happen to him. Because remember when he did the choke sign to, oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. We were playing the Saints. And he came out on the field. He tripped up one of our players. He's such a dirty coach.
Who, Tomlin?
No, not Tomlin. The Broncos coach.
Oh, Peyton. Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
Yep.
Yeah. Either way, I wanted the Bills to win. That's what I wanted. Okay, didn't happen. But now you got Bo Nix injured. So what's going to happen to them in the next round? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the biggest question. And I think that never count out a backup.
Oh, well, I mean, Philly fans can say that.
The Stidham kid isn't bad. I watched the 3-minute highlight reel on him on YouTube. As soon as I saw him, I was like, all right, I got to get schooled on Jarrett Stidham here. And he's not a bad quarterback. But again, high pressure situation. Lucky for them, they're at home. So he doesn't have to deal with the crowd noise. He can quiet the crowd when he needs to. We'll get to that game in a minute. But as far as this game, that's the number one takeaway from this for me, is we saw it with Dez Bryant years and years ago. What is a catch? He got screwed. I mean, even as an Eagles fan, I'll be objective. Dez Bryant got screwed. That should have been a catch. But I enjoyed seeing everybody cry about it. That was the wonderful part about it. But it's tough, man, because I'm with you. I felt like the Bills were going to win this game. And that screw job in overtime, everybody that I was watching with was like, what? That's insane. And
they ruled it an interception, right?
Yeah, it was counted as an interception. It's wackadoodle. If anything, it would be like kind of a fumble, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, when somebody had money on the line and called down to the refs, and there you go.
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Yep. Guess I got to put my money on the Broncos next time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it might be a good choice. And they got a big game coming up against New England Sunday at 3:00. That's the early game. But before we get to that, the 49ers.
Oh, man.
And
oh, man. That was sad. That was sad.
I'm kind of glad for Griffin that he's not around anymore
Yeah.
to see what happened, because
Just be crying. He would just cry.
he would cry. He would definitely roll over. And that's exactly what the Niners did. But even worse than that, this just shows you how awful the Eagles are. The fact that they let this 49ers, these weasels, these pretenders, and they let a mouse in the house and let him hang around, and then you lose by, what, 4 points, 23-19 or some nonsense score. And then here we go. The next week, they get trounced by 35 points. That is a video game score on rookie. What are we doing? And they still haven't hired an offensive coordinator because, newsflash, nobody wants the job. You have a quarterback that nobody wants to coach because he's not a quarterback. I mean, you have an offensive line. Lane Johnson's old, hurt. On the right side, Mailata is getting there. He missed some games last year. We don't know what we're doing at right guard. Center is kind of up and down with Juergens. There's so many question marks. Saquon's a year older. Lots of contracts coming up. I think we got like 12 or 13 starters up for a deal. And I know Howie's a magician, but come on.
Hey, listen, every Super Bowl team deals with this. Okay, every single one of them. Every Super Bowl winning team deals with this. You have a lot of expiring contracts. You have a lot of egos. I'm a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You can't tell me nothing, you know? So you got to deal with that. And that's why they always break up. That's why I love the NFL, because the NFL actually allows for it to be, you know, some type of semblance of people not staying in one place forever.
Yeah.
You know, you get that max contract. Well, we can't give you another max for next year. You know, we don't have the cap.
Or we'll give you the max, but we can't hire those receivers you'll need to succeed. So you choose.
That's what happened with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That's what happened with every single really good offense and winning squad in the NFL. New England went through it. They were just really good at, hey, let's just restructure your contract, and they did. You know, so
they were the best at cheating.
Best at cheating. Yes, I know.
We got it.
Trust me.
And then we had a good picture, of course, of what we're going to see after that weekend. And we move ahead to a weekend. We may not even be able to watch these games. Snowmageddon is on its way. And,
oh, no.
You know, if the cable's out, TV's out, I might be like siphoning my neighbor's generator with my rabbit ears.
Listen, I'll be outside chopping wood, trying to get some firewood.
Trying to survive while these millionaires are playing a football game.